Okay, sorry.
Welcome again, everyone. It's lovely having you, and I hope you've had a great week like we have. See, I tell you, this last week has been so exciting, just talking to so many people. And we've potentially got a really, really nice business builder joining us. She's confirmed yes, and I'm expecting her information tomorrow morning. So it's a really key one for all of us. And G and I have been hopping up and down today celebrating. So this is a good one. But thanks for all your effort. It's been a great week. You know, our team has already gone to, I think we're sitting around 20 distributors, and it's only been really probably 2 weeks of us jumping in and working. So welcome. Andres. How do I pronounce his name, Kim? Andres?
Andres.
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 Oh, is he here?
Yeah, he's
iPhone 2.
Okay, that's not June. So welcome, Andres. It's so nice.
Oh, is he the iPhone person? Oh, hey, Andres. I thought it was somebody else.
So yeah, guys, and really just over 2 weeks, we've gone to close to 20 distributors. I reckon it will be 20 by tomorrow, and there's many in the pipeline. I know many of you guys have got people that are just about signing up. So what I can say to you is that, and then the next day, G and I have got a meeting tomorrow morning with Rachel, and in the next day or two, we're going to be placing people. Then what will happen is we will come back to you and say, look, these are your people. This is what we think. And, of course, we speak to you beforehand as well, because we don't know your people, so you'll know where you want to put them. We will do like a team plan, but come back to you plan that's confirmed. Can you guys just mute yourselves so that I don't echo, please? So it's exciting times because we're coming close to the first month end, and we're going to start seeing our tree develop. And what will happen after the first month end, once everybody's placed, is you'll really be able to see how many points are in your business. And some of you may rank advance without really even having put many people on yourself yet. And that's the beauty of this uni-level system, is that when I work, when G works, when Fernando works, when all of us work, we're actually helping one another. And I mean, what happens in terms of rank is that when you rank advance, the compensation plan opens more and you get paid more. So it's a great team effort, really. This is really, really a team effort, this compensation plan. So I love it. And keep going. It's only a few more days until the end of the month. Keep going. Push as hard as you can. And if we've put out a challenge saying, everybody find one this week, just one, okay? So find one distributor this week. But again, at the same time, guys, be careful that we don't distinguish too much between customer and distributor. For instance, Rachel says she works on 30 enrollments a month, one a day, and she doesn't care if they're customers or distributors, but she only targets distributors, okay? So, of course, she's going to get those business builders. But if some of them come on as customers, a lot of them do upgrade over time. It doesn't really matter. So just keep pushing. But don't advertise product. Don't focus on product, okay? Focus on business. So I'm going to quickly screen share, guys. And what we're going to share with you tonight is, where do I find people and what do I say to them? Okay, so G, did you want to start first, or do you want me to go? I can't hear you. You're muted.
I think my husband would like me to have a mute button sometimes.
For sure.
That's lovely. We can, but mine's not really that. Mine's a bit more on mindset. Okay. So it'd be good to actually, you go, where do you find them? And then I talk on the belief and mindset of.
Okay. Okay, sure. So I'm going to screen share, guys, and let's see if you can see my screen. I'll just go into here. Then. Now, this is the most common questions we get is, what do I say to prospects and where do I find them? So I'm not going to go into too much detail in exactly what you say, but what I am going to do for you is I'm going to type up some of my scripts that I use every day. I just use the same stuff over and over. But tonight it's more about what kind of stuff do you say, what kind of stuff do you do. First, I want you to look at this. Can you just give me a thumbs up if you can see my slides? Yeah, cool. So the first thing is to understand the basics, okay? And you've really got to make a mind shift and get this. Because once you get this, you will know how important it is to make new contacts every day. So new contacts, Eric Worre says, it's the bloodline of your business. If you don't put in new contacts into your business every single day, it's going to dry up. It's like feeding that funnel all the time. So it's really important. Make a minimum of 3 new quality contacts every single day. So this is not, friend request, the guy who lives in Kenya or the woman who lives in Kenya, because you can't do business with them. This is quality contacts. So people that are in MLM or people that are entrepreneurs or network marketers. You do 3 a day for a whole year, you've got 1,100 new contacts. That's a lot. Understand there's 1.4 billion people on Facebook alone. That's a massive amount of people. 23 million people in Australia. When we just look at our market here, which really, this time around, I'm focusing only on Australia. With Janice, I guess for me, I was frustrated in the fact that I felt that Australia had been saturated, especially the sunny coast where we are, because there's just millions of people you're doing it. And so for me this time, I'm really, really excited to see that, there's hardly anyone in Australia. 150 people in Australia doing LifeVantage, and they're not even all active. Okay, so we got 23 million people in Australia, 150. So that needs to excite you, because we can find the people in Australia, and I'm going to show you how to do that on Facebook. So listen to this, guys, if you want to make some money, you find customers. But if you want to make a lot of money, you find business builders to find the customers or to get the customers, okay? Complete different mindset. And yes, we do also say part of what Tara teaches is do every distributor to find at least 10 customers a month, and then you teach your people to find 10. And so that creates volume, which is great. The business needs that. But you can't focus on customers, because then you won't grow your business as quickly as you really want to see it grow. So now what do I say to new prospects? So the first thing, guys, is get over the fear of talking to people about your business opportunity by understanding that you're merely having a conversation with somebody that you don't know. Okay, so when you go into Facebook and you find the right kind of person, you friend request them. Once they come back with accepting your friend request, all you do is you start a conversation, and I'm going to show you in a minute how we do that. That's it. You just start a conversation. So when you overcome this fear of I'm going to try and sell something to this person, and you understand that really all you're doing is you're just making conversation. It's no different to being in a lift with somebody or on an escalator with somebody, and you start chatting and you're saying, how are your kids? Or, I see you've got a little one. Gee, I'm glad I don't have little kids anymore, whatever. You just make conversation. It's not about trying to sell the person something. You're just having a chat. Have a friendly conversation first. So you talk about form, and the 4 things in form is family. So ask about their family. If you see on Facebook they've got kids, ask about the kids. Ask about their occupation and their recreation and money. Oftentimes you can say something like, when last did you go on a vacation? And that's where the money thing will come up. Oh, I haven't been because we can't afford it. So those are the 4 things I normally focus on. Form is a very well-known method, really, or formula that we use. The next thing is, don't think that you're trying to sell somebody something, but think of it in a way that this person has a problem and you have an opportunity to help them. So you are really the helper. And by you not talking to the person, it's actually mean, because you're not offering them the help that they need and that they deserve. It's all about your mindset and the way you position yourself. you need to come from a position of stature, a position of confidence in what you can offer them, and even just in chatting to them. If you sort of sheepish in your conversation, they will pick it up. They'll pick up if you're uncomfortable talking. They'll pick up if you feel, especially if you're speaking to somebody who's maybe a leader in MLM, they'll pick up if you feel inadequate. You've just got to fake it until you make it, and it's all in our minds. The thing is that we all have something to offer to this world, all of us. Whether you're a leader or whether you're just starting an MLM, we all have something to offer. We all have got people that have got less experience than us in MLM. So when you've got that mind shift that you're looking for the person out there who needs help, it really helps you not to stress so much about what do I say and then trying to get every little word right. That a lot of people don't make any contact because they don't know what to say. Because they're trying to have like a little formula, and it doesn't work like that. There is no formula. You just got to be human. You just got to chat with people and show genuine interest in them. And before you know it, you've got an opening and you can pitch your business. Okay? If in the conversation you don't identify a problem or you don't feel there's an opportunity to share what you can offer, then just be content with the fact that you've made a new contact and you can continue to build relationship with that person, be genuine and sincere about wanting to know the person. So every single day, I make between 10 and 20 new contacts. And I get that many friend requests, and I'll get that many friend acceptance too. The first thing I do is I write them this little message. Hey, Sue, thank you so much for accepting my friend request. I noticed you're in the same industry as me. How's it going for you? Okay? Or, hey, Sue, thank you so much for accepting my friend request. I love making friends with people all over the world. What's news in your life today? Just a normal human type question. Have a look at their page and you will quickly get what kind of a person it is. Sometimes when you look at somebody's page, you think, oh my gosh, this person is like really prim and proper and like I've got to, I can't just be like open and chat and joke and that. So just have a look at their page. See what kind of feeling you get from their page. See what you can see that you have in common. That's always a good place to start, is look at what you've got in common, and then you direct your conversation around that. So simple. Sue will come back. This is the kind of thing I get is that, yeah, Charlotte, I'm great. Thanks so much for the friend request. I'm the same. Love making contact with people. My business is going great. Who are you with? And there we go. There we've got a conversation going. Other people will just come back and they'll say, I'm great, thanks. Okay, just like that. And then what I do is I go back again. So I really have a thick skin. Guys, you've heard the saying, have a thick skin. And you've got to have a thick skin because you just got to go, oh, okay, well, the thing is, what happens naturally, and I proved that to myself today, what happens naturally is that when somebody comes back with a I'm good, or a short little answer like that, immediately what you think, oh, it's me. They're not interested. I'm annoying them. They don't want to chat with me. But actually, that person could have just been in a rush. They could have been annoyed because they've just had a fight with their husband or something has happened. So like with one lady, I've had this kind of conversation going backwards and forwards where she just answers what I ask and then I go back with another question. And the last time I spoke to her was on Saturday and she had replied. So today I went back and she was a complete different person. We could really have a chat because she was just having a bad moment. So when you get a no or just a short answer, don't take it personally. It's probably just the person being in a bad mood or just not feeling like having a chat. Now, the next thing is ask the right questions so you can pull out the right problem your prospect is having. If you don't know their problem, then how on earth can you serve them? And what kind of questions? Now, these are your business-relating kind of questions, okay? So I say this to people all the time. What is your desire? What are your goals and your dreams? And what is that one thing that you really see in your life that you want? What's causing pain? Now, I heard a training session once on a dog. I forget the whole story, but something about a dog sitting down and sitting on a nail. And like the deeper the dog sat down, the deeper the nail and the deeper the pain. And, you know, I forget the whole story, but anyway, but that's always made me think of the pain. Like, how deep is their pain? How much is it hurting? And when you know, the moment you start asking the right question, you'll see your business will explode. When you know the problem they have, then you just use this method. You say, I totally agree. I get it. I've been there before. I know what a struggle it is. This is what I did. So, you know, even if you haven't experienced it, what you've got to do is always sympathize with the person and say, you know, I'm so sorry. I really get it. Like, you know, I feel for you. I've had a similar thing happen to me, and this is what I did. Or can I suggest that you maybe look at this business, because I was with that business too and I wasn't making money, and that's the reason I switched. So you always have to sort of agree with a person, feel with their pain with them, and then offer a solution. Okay, now people say no. You know, I listened to a training session just on this, is why do people say no to you and MLM? And it's one reason, because you don't know their why. And because you don't know their why, you could not build relationship with them and pitch a solution to their why. So if you learn one thing tonight, just learn this. People say no because you have not hit the nail on the head with what is their why. Now, you know, paint their story. Forget about your story. You've got to find out what's their story. And that's when you become really good at asking questions. You know, what is their pain? Every single person has a pain. And I can tell you now that 99% of the people, it's finances. But they don't always say it straight up. You've really got to get it out of them. You know, they may say to you, I'm really tired. So the tired doesn't mean they hate their job. The tired may mean they haven't been on a holiday for years because they just can't afford it. So there you can pitch, you know what, you can do this part-time, you can save up money, and we can help you go on a holiday. Okay, find the right thing that's causing them pain, and you will make a sale. Start throwing out little hints on your Facebook page, especially, guys. You start throwing out little hints, they'll create curiosity, and people will want to ask you about your business, about your product, and they will come to you because they're curious to know. They want to know, what is that little yellow pill? You know, I've had people message me and say, for goodness sake, just tell me, what is this little yellow pill? So if I had put on there Protandim, they would have gone, Google Protandim. Oh, okay, no, I'm not interested. Now because I'm putting, you know, posts every 3 days or so about the little yellow pill, they're thinking, I just got to find out what is this pill, it's driving me crazy. I mean, the one woman from Isogenics messaged me and she said, and she was with Isa before, and that's where we met. She's not there anymore. She said, did Isogenics bring out a new pill? Because she was just so frustrated that she couldn't find out what's this little yellow pill. So throw out little hints, and you do not put your company name and product name there, okay? This is very, very important to understand as well. What's the difference between marketing and prospecting? Okay, when you market, guys, you're using stuff like videos and blogs and Facebook adverts. It's passive stuff. So what's happening is that video is working for you while you're out there prospecting other people. So it's like you're leveraging off other things. You're leveraging off a video, off a blog. A blog is one of the best things in a video because it sits on the internet forever, especially blogs. Really, really good tool. Facebook adverts, you know, the adverts going out, attracting people to you while you are not even doing anything with it. So you need to do some of those kind of things. So I would recommend to all of you, and we're going to touch on this stuff tonight, that you do Facebook and you do YouTube as a minimum. Okay, forget about at this stage, don't bother having a fan page on Facebook if you don't have one that's working for you. If you do, awesome, keep going, and I can touch on the benefit there too. And I'll just tell you quickly, with Facebook, the massive benefit with a fan page is that you can advertise and you can attract people to it. Whereas on your profile, obviously you can't advertise. Okay, so really that's the biggest difference there. Prospecting is when you're one-on-one. You're talking to people on the phone, on a text, on Facebook. You're belly to belly in a coffee shop. So it's an active thing. You're doing it right now. And it relies on you personally, manually doing the work. Okay, and you can only do one at a time. And that's why you need both to run all the time. So there's passive marketing happening for you while you're actively prospecting people as well. You've got to do both in combination. Okay. Then what not to do? Okay. Are you passionate about what you do? Now, be honest with yourself, guys, because if you're not, then maybe you just need to take a break, go think about it, read stuff, do something that's going to get you passionate again. Because, number one, do you have to force yourself to work on your business? If you have to force yourself, then you don't have the passion to do this. Then you're just doing it to make money. And if your goal is just to make money, you cannot focus on building a business. You need to focus purely on building your business and helping people, and the money will come. I have been there. I can tell you I have experienced this. When you are just chasing money, it doesn't happen for you because people feel and sense the desperation in you. You don't even have to say you're looking for the money or you need the money, but they sense it. There's like an urgency and a desperation. Honestly, this time I have not even once thought about the money. Not once. I thought about ranks. I thought about team and all that and points, but I haven't once even thought about the money. And it's just amazing because I'm so passionate about this opportunity we've been given. The timing, just everything is just incredible. And I know that if I just do what I need to do, the money's going to come. It has nothing to do with luck or God. It has everything to do with your passion and what action you take every day. Now, I'm a Christian girl. I believe in God, but you cannot sit on the couch all day and expect God to make a miracle and get you to Pro10 in 2 months. It's not going to happen. Okay? God works with us, and, whatever belief you have, yes, it works with us, but you've got to get off your, and do some work. So when you take action, results will come. Okay, so what not to do in that first thing is you have to have passion. If you're not passionate about what you do, then guys, just stop, take a break, reassess where you're at. And, a few months ago, 4 months ago, I was there and I had to stop and I had to say to the girls, look, I'm not passionate about this anymore. So, and it obviously wasn't this business, it was something else. So you've got to have passion about what you do. Number 2 is MLM professionals do not do this. They do not spam people and they do not spam groups with their link. For goodness sake, don't do that because it is so unprofessional. Amateurs paste their links everywhere. Go check me out here. Go check. You don't do that. What you got to do is you got to create an image and methods where people get curious to know more about you and they come to you. Okay, you don't spam. Spamming your link would be something like just randomly sending somebody on Facebook that you don't even know a message saying, I found this amazing business opportunity, check it out here, here's my link. You don't do that. Okay, I get those things every day. I'm sure you do too. And professionals do not show company and product names on their Facebook pages. Don't do that because you show a company name, people will go and Google it, you will lose a contact. You show a product name, people will Google it, you will lose a sale or a customer. You find methods of how you create curiosity by using benefits, not facts. Guys, facts tell, stories sell, and a benefit is a story. So you show benefits. When you're showing product or business, you got to show benefits. So I'm loving my free time where I can juggle taking my kids to sport and working from home. That's a benefit. It's not a fact, okay? Facts tell, but benefits sell or stories sell. So always bring benefits into your posts. The third thing is MLM professionals make connections. This is all you got to do. You make a connection, so you make a friend request. You build a relationship, so you start talking to the person just as a normal human being. You do not have to go to some special school to learn what to say. It's just a normal conversation, and then you nurture that person. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear you're going through a tough time. What can I do to help you? And mean it sincerely. Even, if the person says, look, I'm really happy in my business. I get this a lot because I'm contacting a lot of people. They'll say, I'm doing really well. I'm really happy where I am. I'll say, fantastic. Now, if you want help in anything in the future, you contact me, because I love people who do MLM and I would love to help you in any way. That's how you nurture, okay? Because it's not about the selling. Because who knows, in 3 months' time, that person may not be happy anymore. They're my friend on Facebook now. They're watching me. I'm building a relationship with them. They're going to come back to me. For a few follow-up lines, guys, is what do you think? So you've chatted to them now. They've said you send me some information. You sent them stuff which I'll put on Facebook for you tomorrow and tell you what I send people and what I say to them. And it's just simple scripts. It's, nothing to it really. And then, there's some closing lines or follow-up lines. What did you think? What did you like most about the video? I'm dying to hear your reaction. This is the one I love to hear. Look, I don't say I'm dying to hear, but I'll say, I can't wait to hear your reaction on that video. Okay, because you've got to be careful of your words, guys. I don't want to die yet. And then you say, are you ready? Or you can say, you're ready to get started, or try it. It's only $52. What's there to lose but some oxidative stress, or, just bringing a bit of a punt in there. Okay, so the next thing is where to find prospects. So I'm going to show you this now on Facebook, okay? So the first one is we can do Facebook searches. You can go into Facebook groups, or you can use videos as attraction marketing, and I'm going to run through that with you. Then the next thing is how to build relationships with your prospects. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing is you can make a list of your prospects. Okay, so if you, I've got, 15 or so business builders I'm talking to that are looking at this stuff. What I do is I create a list of those people and I put them all together. And now I comment, and share their posts so that I'm interacting with them a lot more, because I've got 2,500 friends and I will impossibly not see those 15 people because my newsfeed is just so busy. But I'm going to show you what I mean by that now. And then also I can post specific information to them. So I'm just back there for a sec. Let me just quickly get out of this, and I'm going to go in here. So screen share, and I'm in Facebook. Can you give me thumbs up if you can see me? My Facebook? Yeah, cool. Okay, I was about to do a post here for Kim, but I'll do it. Actually, I'll just open another page. Okay, so you can still see my Facebook? Yeah? All good? Okay, so guys, the first thing I'll show you is to make a list of the specific people that you're talking to. Okay, now, if you have a look here, you'll see it says LifeVantage Business Builders. If I click on that, you'll see it's LifeVantage Business Builders. And the next one I've got there is LifeVantage Customers. Okay, so what I've done, if you go down here to Friends, and you click on More, then you can create a list up here. Okay, so then you go Create List, and you put in your list name. And then here you can put in who you want to add into that list. So let's say you've got 10 prospects now that you're already talking to. You go and add them, and then you create. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so once you've created the list, if you go back into Friends down here, you click there again, you'll see your list is here. You see how many lists I've got, but you see your list is here. Now you want to make that list a favorite so that it sits here at the top of where all your other favorites are. So you just click on the little wheel here, and it will say Add as Favorite. I'll just show you. You see it says the Add to Favorites. click add to favorites so that they actually sit here. So when you're in your news feed or in your own profile, actually in your news feed, then they're here, they're easy for you to find. Okay, so now what you do with this, so if you look in here, I think I've got 15 or so people in there. These are all people that are currently looking at LifeVantage and saying to me, I'm interested, I'm having a look. Okay, so what I know now is I want to engage more with these people. So because I've grouped them all now in one little group, I can engage with each one of them. Like that's Rita again. Oh gosh, Rita's busy today. This is another girl. That's keen. Rita again. Kaz. So all 15 of my people that I'm talking to are in here. So what I want to do now is I want to build more relationship with them. Okay, so I want to keep them seeing me all the time. I want my name to pop up every day when they're looking in their own pages. So I'm going to like, I'm going to comment, I'm going to share on their posts. Now what I can do as well is when I'm in my news feed, my normal news feed, so you see here it shows where I am now, and I've done the same for customers. So I've only got 2 customers I'm talking to, waiting for at the moment, because I generally only talk with business people. But it's such an easy method also, guys, to actually remember who you're talking to. Because look, everybody's on Facebook. I don't think I'm talking to anybody that's not on Facebook. So yeah, I've got them all categorized together. So the minute I'm talking to people, I've got a lead, and the person says, yes, I'm keen, send me info, I go and add them to this list. Okay? I will not lose them because I know where they are. They're in this list. And okay, look, I've got another lead sheet too where I track them. But this is such an easy method to keep them all together and to stay in touch with them all the time and to comment and post and whatever. So now it's so easy. Let's say I'm in my normal news feed. So if you go home, you're back in your normal news feed. I can just go and add, like if this lady, you know, if I know that she's keen on the business, it's so easy because it's all up here. I just click here. I'm back in there. I can just go add. See here, add friends to the list. See how easy it is? I just click here, her name in there. I think it's Diana, whatever her name was now, I can't remember. I can just key her name and then I can just add. So now she's already added onto my list. So quick and easy to manage people. Okay, so that's one thing I do. Then I'll show you where we find people. So there's different methods of how you can find people. Let's look at the first one. So if you go into your personal profile and you click on friends, and you go find friends. Now on the right hand side you'll see it opens search for friends. Okay, so you don't have a name, you're not going to go hometown, but you're going to go, let's say you're looking for somebody who lives in Brisbane, so current city. So first thing you did is you clicked on your personal profile, then you clicked on friends, then you click on find friends. Okay, so now in this search bar here, you're going to go to current city, and let's say we're looking for somebody in Brisbane. Okay, so it'll come up, Brisbane, Australia. Wow, 300 and something thousand people. Was that the number? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, 2 million people on here that lives in Brisbane. Wow. Okay, so now I've got Brisbane. Now all I'm going to do further down is I'm going to scroll down to employer. And here I'm going to key in Janice, for instance. Let's see what comes up. That's all I'm going to click on. Oh my good gracious. Look at this. These people all live in Brisbane and they work for Janice. Hallelujah. So now what we're going to do, friend request, friend request, friend request. Have a look. You know, if the person doesn't look like somebody you want to be friends with, then don't friend request them. Like this person's an Emerald and Janice is pretty high up. John Payne, blah, blah, blah. So now you can just go friend request. So guys, making new contacts every day, seriously, it takes you 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Because all you've done here is you've come here, you've keyed in Brisbane, you've keyed in Janice, Now you're done. You can go friend request, 10 of them in literally a minute. Okay, now you're done with Janice. Now you keep it Brisbane and you put in Isogenics. Look at that. I'm trying to see if I know any of them. Okay, there's some Isogenics people. And do you know what? I've got this little list. I don't know if you can see it, where I've written down all the key MLM companies in Australia. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24 companies. So I can literally sit here and do 24 searches for Brisbane and find almost every person in Brisbane that works in MLM or network marketing. Okay, this is one method. Now, of course, here, unfortunately, it doesn't allow you to put in like Australia. You have to put in a city. But you can go, everybody's going to do Brisbane and Perth and Sydney. You want to go Wollongong, or you want to go Townsville, or you want to go, places that people won't think about. Easy, just pull out a map of Australia. Like you'll find obviously hundreds of towns that you can search. Very simple method of searching, okay? This is the one. The other one is up top here. You can put in people. Now you've got to get the words right, okay, because it doesn't just accept anything. People who live in Australia and like Eric Worre. Let's try that, okay? Oh, Jean, Kim, and Anna. Woohoo! Okay, now look at this list. Look, it just keeps loading. It'll just keep loading and loading because there will be thousands of people. So what do I know here? I know these people all live in Australia, and I know these people I'm damn sure these people are in MLM, because who else is going to love Eric or like Eric Worre? Okay? So here again, guys, you can just go, look, it shows you who you're already friends with, and then when you get down to, from here, Ben Kelly, he's an ISA, I'm not a friend with him. Sam, we all know Sammy. Joe, this is actually, I am friends with her, it's a friend of mine. So you can just keep going through it, and then friend request. Now, don't do 100 a night because Facebook will block you. Okay, stick to about, I find up to 50. I've never had a problem up to that, but just take it easy. Don't do too many all at once because they'll block you for a period of time. The other thing when you do this, that is very important, and you've got to diarize this. Okay, before I go there, let me just tell you, you can now put in here, let's see if we say a specific town. So let's see if we say Perth, what it does. And you can really play around with this, guys, but you've just got to have the formula right, and it's people who something. You see it's actually switched it around. So it's people who like network marketing pro and live in Perth. So just play around with the wording, but you'll find, now this one shows it to you in a different method, but it's still, sometimes it comes up like this, and I still use it. I still friend request these people. I'll friend request this lady quickly while I'm at it. Okay, so that's the second method. And seriously, between this one and the first one I showed you, you can be busy for hours. Okay, the last method is to go into a group. So let's say we go into Eric Worre's group, and I do this one a lot. So he's got this group, and there's 1 million people in there, so fair few people in there. Okay, so now the key thing, guys, when you're doing your searches is you've got to zone in on who you're looking for. And you are looking for network marketers. You're looking for entrepreneurs, small business owners, people who want to have their own business, okay? It's no good you go and look at Ma and Pa, because generally they have jobs, and, they're also great network marketers, but generally the quickest way to build your business is to find people who actually know MLM already, who know network marketing. So what do you do here? You just scroll through his page and you have a look at comments. Oh, okay, so who's this woman? Kimberly. Okay, so now I'll quickly go into her page, have a look. I don't know where she actually lives because she doesn't tell me. Do I want a friend request her? No, I'm looking specifically for people in Australia. So I don't know where she lives, so I'm going to go to the next one. And that's all you do. You just quickly run through. The key thing that you want to make sure is that, what's really nice about this is that you know that these people are all active, okay, because they've just commented on Eric's page. Let's see, where's this lady? See, she's working with Unique. Look here. Perfect, perfect. I'm going to just add her. Who knows where she lives, but anyway, we'll add her. So, guys, there's a lot for you to do. That's how you make your new contacts every day. Very, very simple. Okay, let me quickly show you a couple of my messages. So generally, you know, what I do is I need to go back here. Let me backtrack. When you're sending out friend requests all the time, it is really, really important that you go and delete ones that are just sitting there that haven't been accepted. Because otherwise what will happen is you'll end up having a couple of hundred sitting there not accepted. Facebook will look at it, they'll go, this person is busy spamming, we're going to block her. Okay, so you got to click here on friend requests. You got to click up here on view sent requests. And here it shows me the friend requests I've got pending where people haven't accepted. Okay, so I better come in here and clean a few of them up. So now what I'll do is I'll start from the bottom up because they, there's a lot. Okay. So I'll start from the bottom up because I put them in date order. So obviously this chick doesn't want to be friends with me, so I'll just cancel the request. And I'll just keep going. Okay, you've got to do this because if you don't, they will shut you down. And they will black mark you. Okay, so remember to do that. That's simple. Okay, then the other thing that I'll show you is that, because what happens now, you'll find that you send out friend requests so many and you think, oh my gosh, who have I sent messages to? Who haven't I sent messages to? And it starts getting a bit of a mess. So go into friends, go into recently added, and every person that's recently accepted your friend request will come up here on the list. And what I now do is I just work through them. So, oh my gosh, I don't even know where I am down here, but let's have a quick look. So I'll just, for instance, I know if I click on there on message, oh, look, I have chatted to her. Okay, so here's a perfect one for you guys. This is my intro to her. Hi, Rita. Thanks so much for the ad, hon. I love to get to know people across the world. So hi from down under in Australia. I have a baby kitten that looks identical to your one cat, and I also love John 3:16. Much in common. How are you keeping? See, I've gone to her page, I've seen what she's got on there, found two things we have in common, and I've commented on that, and she's come back and we've chatted and she's pitched me her business and I've said, no thanks, I'm not interested. But basically all I do now, when I've forgotten where I'm at, I'll just click on here and I'll just do this up the line and, okay, so see, Holly, I have sent her a message. She hasn't replied, so she obviously doesn't want to talk to me. And I'll just keep going until I find where I ended off last. And then I'll just go through every single one. Look how many I've got to do, where I just send a message and we start chatting. That's how simple it is, guys. That is how simple it is. And all you do is you just go here, recently added. Okay? Yeah, I think I'm done, G. Unless, should we open for questions? Does anybody have questions on any of that? Because no questions? Okay, G, go on, Livy. I'll just stop screen share. You can share your screen, G.
Yeah. Is it shared?
Not yet from my side.
Is that good? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's go up here. Okay, so I was just going to go back to, because a lot of us have done network marketing before, we've had the old lists, but we actually really need to revisit them. But also, like, I found this time that being in Isogenics, a lot of that was weight loss shakes, stuff like that. Then Jeunesse was all face creams and stuff. This time, the minute I put up by the yellow pill, all these new people that have been my friends for nearly 20 years have said, now I'm interested. So don't go back, but start adding some of your friends and family that you think actually they're really into health, or their child has got maybe autism or has a neuro something or other. So people who are either really into alternative health or just people with an illness, people that you know have problems sleeping, any colleagues, yeah, like the list kind of can go on and on. So I would go back and revisit it. And like, I need to now, I was like, okay, I've got to go across the road to the chiropractor. Like, I've already gone to a chiropractor that we go to, but now there's one that works near us as well. And just go in and introduce myself and just say, you know, I know they're always open to looking at different things. And especially chiropractors, there's the highest income person in Australia at the moment is a chiropractor. So that's something we can say. And there is a lot of chiropractors as well in LifeVantage. Looking at people as well, like, man, seriously, real estate people, what they have to do, the cold calling they have to do, recruitment. I was in recruitment. It was all headhunting. It was, you have to go and find the jobs. Real estate, they have to go and find the listings. Like, it's not pleasant going out there, and especially in this kind. So to actually just do this, which is just talking to people, they would have so many people in their funnel, and they would be so used to rejection. It's not funny. So really start thinking outside what you normally do. The cold list could be friends of friends on Facebook. You might know that some are real estate, or they could be in the medicine field that are friends. And also the whole asking people for referrals. I know that Angela Lucente with Jeunesse, that's how she got most of her people, was that she actually asked people and would say, I know that you're really busy, but do you know anyone that would like to make some extra money, that might have a couple of hours a week on hand and things like that? And she actually got some of her biggest business builders was actually asked. And it's a really good way, if you feel like you're a bit embarrassed, to ask people outright, that you might go to them and just say, look, I really trust you and I really look up to you, and was wondering, do you know any people that might be really interested? I've got this phenomenal, oh my gosh, I can't even sleep, but it sends me to sleep, this little yellow pill. Do you know anyone that is just that entrepreneurial spirit, that sees something and would run with it? And look, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, don't mind about it, someone else tell me about it. But you haven't come across outrightly asking them. The same goes for customers. Like, as we say, Angela Sente came through as a customer. She came off a customer. So once we've had people, make sure, and we'll keep in touch with our customers and things like that, and find out if they've got any referrals as well. Go on some meetups. Get back out there with morning network marketing breakfasts, but definitely the meetups. Meetups are great. They're free. They're everywhere. If you go into Melbourne meetups, loads will come up, and then you kind of just join the group. There's lots of mums, women over 40, meeting up for a coffee once a month, all things like that. I know there's one up here and I keep meaning to go, but I will go now. And it's basically business mums, mums that have Fridays off or whatever, but are business people. So Yeah, have a look at that one. Oops. Okay, so the next thing is, what image are you portraying? Now, how do you hold yourself when you're actually speaking to people? How do you come across? Do you give them eye contact? Do you realize as well what an amazing opportunity this is? So people look at you and they look at the way you hold yourself. They look at the way that you will give them eye contact. The way that you talk comes across whether you're a follower or a leader. So if we want to attract leaders, we have to do a lot of faking it till we make it. So all of us that are actually in this now are leaders. We're either leaders of our state, we're leaders of Australia. So whether we like it or not, we are leaders. So we actually have to come across, and our image has to be that I'm a leader, and this is a huge, exceptional opportunity for you. So how do you talk? Practice your 30-second story, know it off by heart, and literally do practice it, and maybe even put your timer on your phone and learn it off. Learn that whatever's going to gel with you. There's no point talking or medicine thing if you're not that type of person. You've just got to find the story that resonates with you. How do you appear on Facebook? Like, there was somebody, and man, she used to share so many other people's stupid things would come up, and I would just scroll through, and you would just see blah blah share this, blah blah share that, blah blah shared someone's dinner, blah blah share. And it's, to me, a leader doesn't share. They put up, every time they put up something, it's going to be about them. So if we say to somebody, put on about a testimonial, and you might see myself and Charlotte or somebody put up a testimonial about the little yellow pill that we might have got in LifeVantage. Go into my LifeVantage story, and if there's a story in there that resonates with you, copy the story, then go into your post and paste the story. Take a picture that one of us have done. I've put up pictures, Charlotte has, about the little yellow pill. Save it onto your computer and then upload it. But if you upload it, and then it's your own story. Because if somebody sees you, if you see that I've put up a post gone, amazing testimonial from Pam, love my little yellow pill, and if you just share that, well, then you could be doing yourself out of a customer, because you're sharing me. You're not sharing yourself. And it doesn't, that's just not what network marketer leaders do. So we need to up the ante a bit here. And the whole thing is, we've got to fake it till you make it. Got to get belief in yourself, belief in the company and in the products. And if there's some area that you're not feeling that you've got belief in, you've got to work on that side. So like I was saying to Paula today, to speak with urgency, because the problem that a lot of us have is that we've already been with other network marketing companies, and we might have actually sent some information out to somebody. And like she was saying, oh my gosh, I've sent this stuff out to this guy and he would be really good. And I just said, you've just got to like ring him up and just go, oh my gosh, stop the lights, cancel, delete, whatever I've sent. This is incredible. Oh my gosh, newsflash, I've been sent this huge opportunity. I'm dropping everything. I'm jumping on board with this. It's joining with the top leader. Everyone knows it's timing. No one's going to go, oh, you've left another company because of that. They're going to go, oh my gosh, what is it? I'm so glad that you rang me to tell me about it. So don't think, oh my gosh, they're going to think I'm some idiot and that I've, left there and things like that. People will like that you've rang them to actually say, do you know what? I had to tell you because I just think this would be just the most amazing opportunity for you. And guess what? Timing is everything. So jump on board and let me send you a link, or look, I don't know everything about this, but this girl does. So jump them on a 3-way call with myself or Charlotte, and then when they actually hear us and hear why we picked the company, why we chose Team Heart, why we chose Rachel, and then it's like, you know what, there's a webinar, you'll get to hear Rachel's heart. Suddenly then they've heard 3 or 4 people. And I think everyone that's on here, that's kind of what's happened, and we've all got ourselves excited and jumped on board, and none of us would say it's the worst thing I've done. It's the best thing I've done. So people buy from you. If you say you're at the top and it's all about timing, and timing is everything, and if they say no, just do the no dance and feel genuinely sorry for them. Like I've had a few people that said, I've sent out a few Facebook messages and no one's come back to me, and now I'm feeling really despondent. That's not good enough. Like if I got a message on Facebook, just a link, I would just probably go, no. And if somebody hadn't followed up, you really are going to have to get on the phone. People need to hear the excitement in your voice. They need to hear a video. Like if you haven't got, like stick a video up, go, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. I've got this amazing new business. Would love to connect with some of you, let you know what I'm doing. You know, throw a video up there and let people hear that excitement in your voice. And if someone says, no, you know what, it isn't the right time, they'll still be on your Facebook. And look, some people are really miserable. I had a friend, he's our best man, 20 years. He defriended me today because I talk about God too much. I was just like, seriously? And he said, but I've also defriended somebody who is on the dole and is miserable all the time. And I thought, oh, okay, so there's a really negative person and a really positive person. Well, you're just a miserable person. I don't want you anyway. And I just went, don't worry about it. And but before I probably would have gone, oh my gosh, I'm really upset about that. But now I just went, your loss. Stick with your miserable little life. So I just want to quickly put this video on because it's all about your belief system. Now I'm going to see if this is going to work. It only goes for a couple of minutes. Here we go.
Training fleas requires a glass jar with a lid. The fleas are placed inside the jar and the lid is then sealed. They are left undisturbed for 3 days. Then, when the jar is opened, the fleas will not jump out. In fact, the fleas will never jump higher than the level set by the lid. Their behaviour is now set for the rest of their lives. And when these fleas reproduce, their offspring will automatically follow their example.
Okay, hang on till I zoom this down. So yeah, when I saw this, I was in a property development course and I couldn't believe that they were talking inside there to all of us. And like there's a lot of very rich people inside there, but they said, how many people up to the age of 6, just start visualizing back what your life was like when you were around 6 years of age. And they said, how did money appear in your life? Did you keep getting told money doesn't grow on trees? You know, your dad had a safe job. There was no entrepreneurial spirit. And they said, whatever your belief is and whatever you were told the whole way growing up to the age of 6 is the belief you actually have now as an adult. So you actually have to change that belief, whatever it is. It may be that money is flowing, but you actually have to have a real flow about money and your belief. If you're always told, you know, that you should stay in a safe job, not many people have actually been entrepreneurs. It's only about 2% of the actual world that actually become entrepreneurs. So even what we're doing, we're stepping out of our comfort zone here. So big hats off to everybody. And we've just got to change this belief. And how do we change it is, I don't know if I've got my other slide. Oh, how do you get belief? A lot of it is through personal development. So reading or getting audiobooks. Every time I'm in the car now, I get my YouTube on and I just start listening. I haven't got time to read. So a lot of the time now, I just even went in then into YouTube and just put, "You Were Born to Be Rich," Bob Proctor. There is so much stuff that Bob Proctor has got on there for free. And I just stick it on while I'm driving and listen to it. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, Denny Johnson. She's got an app which is great, all about becoming wealthy. GoPro, the audio is on for free on there. So Mindset of a Millionaire. So just kind of get used to not having the radio on, not having music on, and just try and, if you can't read, get into the audiobooks. And that's me.
Awesome.
There we go.
Gee, that was great. Any questions, guys?
No.
Yeah. It's so true what G's saying about, you know, we've got to all, we all are leaders. Like I was talking to a girl today, looking at joining us, and I said to her, do you realize that you will be a leader because you're like one of the first in the state? And, you know, what comes with leadership is stuff like planning events and being on the stage and all that. Now, I know that freaks a lot of people out, but we will grow into that. But it's just, you know, you got to start thinking and preparing your mind about those things. So it's really exciting. Guys, I want to congratulate Kim for getting to Pro 2 today. That was awesome. Awesome. And of course, G went G got to Pro 3 this week as well, and is very close to Pro 4. In fact, I'm pretty sure she's Pro 4 already. Once we've done the placement and we can mix and match points, G's definitely Pro 4. So well done for that. And well done to all of you girls.
And Charlotte is.
Yeah, so I'm Pro 4. So we've had quite a nice week. So, yeah. Well done to all of you girls for working and getting in your customers and distributors and all that. It's really good. I was going to show you the YouTube stuff too, but we're a bit short on time, so we'll do that quickly next week. But does anybody have any other questions? Doesn't have to be relating to tonight's stuff. Nope. All good?
No.
I do, Charlotte.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I've got no idea about the placement of the people that you're talking about. So how can I learn about that?
So placement with uni-level, Paula, works different in that when you enroll people, they don't get placed, except that they are placed under you as a personal enrollment, but they don't actually get positioned on the tree until the end of the month. So G will come to you and she'll say, right, Paula, we've got 2 days to go before the end of the month. Who would you like to put on what league? So I'm sure G will still run through with. If you have a look at the comp plan video, you'll understand a little bit more about how the comp plan works. We haven't actually done a video yet on the placements, like on the leagues, and I thought we should do that. So I'll do one of those. G and I are doing one together this week. We're making you a shorter version of the webinar video. So it'll be like a 15-minute, share a bit about the company, a bit about the products, a bit about us. So for people who don't, and this was Kim's idea, thanks Kim, that was awesome, but for people who haven't got 40 or 50 minutes, just a quick snapshot of why we're in this business. So G and I are going to do a combined one. And we'll do the leagues for you as well, Paula. So, you know, it's so new to us, although we have a pretty good understanding now of how the leagues and that work. But when G contacts you for your first placement, we will teach you as we go along. The good thing is that Rachel, who signed me up, and, you know, we all fall under her, she's had intensive training. She's gone to head office and sat with a financial guy for 5 days learning on placement and strategies and who to put where and what's the best place for customers and all that. So we will definitely do a full training, maybe just once we've gone through this month end and G and I have had a lot more experience. We can actually maybe next week do half of the session on placement so that you can start understanding also how that works. But it actually is very simple. We just want to make sure we put people in the right position so we all perform as best as we can. And the beautiful thing about it is that we are supporting one another. So, you know, although you enrolled by G, you may find by next week you've already got a couple of 1,000 points because I've put somebody of mine under you and G would have put somebody else under you as well. So And in this system, you don't need a left and a right to start earning money. You just need one leg with points. So it's really good.
Oh, so the points travel up even though they're not your people?
Yes, yes, yeah. Same points travel up right up to infinity, all up, yeah. Infinity, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So it's a great...
and one other question.
Sure.
Sorry, just one other question. Do you find a need to have business cards in LifeVantage?
You know, I haven't needed them because I do so much work online. For me I'm more of the kind of nature to say to a person, give me your business card so that I'm in control, or I will just take my phone straight up there and put them on Facebook. And, you know, there's different systems that you can use. There's even an app on iPhones that you can use to log potential customers. So instead of adding somebody onto Facebook, you can actually add their phone number, email straight up as you're talking to them. So I would say to you, do you know, with Isogenics, I had cards made. With Janessa, I had cards made. I threw them all away. So it was actually a waste of money. So, yeah, I don't think you need it.
Okay. Well, good. Thank you. This has been great too, and lovely to meet everyone.
Oh, thanks. Please feel free to ask questions. You know, that's what we're here for. We love helping people who work and who want to succeed, you know, who want to get to the top. So we love that. And we love everybody. Everybody's loved, whether you're working or not. But, always feel free to ask questions. Okay. Okay, girls, I'm going to cut off so you guys can go to bed, or quickly make 20 contacts. Quickly before you go to bed. Yeah, don't you all go Google Brisbane Isogenics, okay? Or you search Brisbane Isogenics. Because those poor people are going to get 12 friend requests.
Paula, you've got Melbourne. You're the only one. Simone, you're the only one with Perth. We're all the Queenslanders here that have to fight. Kim, you're New South Wales.
I'm Townsville. Somebody in Townsville.
Right.
Hey, I'm doing Darwin.
You do Darwin, go for it. Una, where you can't do Ireland.
Yes.
Where do you want to do, Una? Adelaide. You do Adelaide. That's a nice. And Fernanda, where do you want to do? Kim's got Perth. Fernanda's in Perth. Kim's got Sydney. Man, we're organised. June can do Cairns. What do you reckon? Okay, ready, steady, go. 20 friend requests. Bye, guys.
Bye.